Hello everyone and welcome to IB Methodology, your space for mastering IBTP mathematics. So in today's video, we will be talking about linear regression and how to calculate linear regression questions using GDC. So before we start using the GDC, let's quickly understand what linear regression is. So linear regression is a statistical method. It's a statistical method used to find the best fit straight line that represents the relationship between two variables. Let's say I take variable y and x. So usually it is written in the form y is equals to ax plus b. Now it is important that the value that comes from the regression is R value. So you will see this word in your GDC also. So this is known as correlation coefficient. You have to calculate this R value using GDC, and this R value decide how perfect the relationship between these two variables is. So basically it tells us how strong the linear relationship in between these two variables. Now my R value will always vary between -1 and 1. So I can write it like this, that my R value is always in between -1 and 1. If my R value is exactly equals to 1, so it's a perfect positive relationship between the two variables. And if my R value is -1, so it's a perfect negative relationship between the two variables. And if my R value is almost closer to 0, it means there is no linear relationship between the variables. Now as we move towards +1, we are getting towards a positive relationship. Similar for -1. So when we perform regression on the GDC, the calculator will automatically calculate the regression equation, and it will also give you this R value. Now let's see how to calculate linear regression step by step. So I will be taking one example like this. Now in this question, the following table below shows the marks scored by 7 students on 2 different mathematics tests. So the score is in front of you. Let L1 be a linear line of x on y. So you have to be very careful when we are talking about x on y or y on x. So whenever I say line of, let's say, y on x. So whenever I'm talking about line of y on x, so it used to predict the value of y when my x value is known to me. So the equation will be y is equals to a plus bx. And whenever I am talking about line of x on y, it means now I will be predicting the value of x when my y value is known to me. So the equation will be x is equals to a plus by. So it simply means that in this case, for x on y, I can say that my y is independent, and for line y on x, my x is independent. So in this question, we have a line of x on y. That's why it's written like this, ay plus b. Now we have to find the values of a and b. So let's see how we will find these values using GDC. So I will press statistics. I have already entered the data, but what is important to note here is this 25, 30, 34 values. These are x values and 27, 32, 35, 37, these are y values because it was x on y. So now I will press calc. Now I am doing regression. So I will press F3 regression. Then I will press F1. And my equation was ax plus b. So I will press again F1. So here you can see that a is 1.29 and b is minus 10.37, which is roughly minus 10.4. And the important relation between x and y is dependent upon this r value. Now this r value is 0.95, almost near to 1. It means there is a strong positive relationship between both the variables. For a part, we got our a value as 1.29 and b value as minus 10.4. Now let's see b part. So let L2 be the regression line of, now L2 is y on x, whereas L1 was x on y. And the lines L1 and L2 passes through the same point of coordinate p comma q. We have to find the values of p and q. Now there is one important point that for regression lines, both line always pass through the mean point x bar comma y bar. So here this is given to me as p comma q. So for this we can use GDC and find out x bar and y bar. Those will be my p and q values. So now let's see. Now to find out mean, we will again go to statistics. The data is the same. So I will press calc. Now there are two variables x and y given to me. So I will press two variable. So here you can see x bar, which is 30.28, is the mean for the first table, and this y bar, which is 28.71, is the mean for the second one. So my point is x bar comma y bar. In this question, we are given with the set, we have to find mode, range, median, interquartile range. So all of this we can find out using GDC in hardly 5 seconds. So let's see. Now we'll go in statistics. Here I have already entered the data given in the question. Now I'll again press F2, that is calc. Since only data is there in list 1, so I will press 1 var. And here you can see x bar, which is the mean, that is 38.5. And when we will go down, we will see median as 35 and mode is 27. And this Q1, that is 31, is the lower quartile. Q3 is 46, that is the upper quartile. So if we subtract Q3 from Q1, we will get the range. And that's how you perform regression analysis using your GDC in seconds. Subscribe to IB Methodology for more IB shortcuts and exam tips. Thank you everyone.